welcome to Spooky Tests, where I'm going to be telling you guys all these scary stories that have happened to me or other people. It's my first video, so just getting the channel started. But what I wanted to talk about today is the first time I encountered a UFO. So I was about 6 or 7, staying over at a friend's house. I am not going to give out her name just because she was very freaked out and doesn't want to talk about it. So I was over at a friend's house and we were having a sleepover, as you do, and before bed we were jumping up and down real hyper, and her father said, "Girls, get to bed." So we went to bed, and later on in the middle of the night we were woken up by a bright light, like super bright. It came in the window and just filled the room. We both woke up and we're like, whoa. We looked outside and everything was just lit up, like someone had taken the sun and put it in the backyard. It was kind of intense. So in the morning, we went back to bed, obviously. So in the morning we got up and we looked outside and on the neighbor's backyard. So like she's second floor and we're looking out, and if you just look 1 yard over, there was like a burnt ring in their yard. And I was like, even as a kid, I was like, that's not cool. They didn't have an above ground pool to kill the grass, but it looked burnt. And I was just like, that is so weird. And so years later, I was with the same friend about maybe 15 years later, longtime friends. And we were driving and she was a bit older than me. I'd say 3-4 years older. And I looked over at her and I said, "Do you remember when we were kids and there was that bright light and then there was the grass burnt in the other yard?" And she looked at me like terrified. I'm getting goosebumps just now thinking about it. She was so scared. And she said, "I don't talk about that." Like, why not? She said, "I had to go to therapy and I'm not supposed to talk about that." So I have no idea, but clearly it really happened because she was terrified. But she refused to talk about it. I haven't brought it up since because, she went to therapy. It's like, I'm not talking about that. I'm not going to make her talk about it. So it was quite weird. And I still don't know what I think about the whole situation because I've never had any other encounter, but she was very terrified. And maybe she's had more encounters, but I'm not going to ask her about them just because I don't think I should bring those up. She's, clearly freaked out by it. The weird thing is me and her have a day. So maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. But anyways, that's the time I encountered a UFO. So let me know what you think if you've had any other experiences or, something similar. So let me know in the comments and subscribe.